Action. Okay. 2, 1, action. Oh, here I go again. Look at me. Look at me. Anyway, doing my. Anyway, hello. Welcome to this newest episode of Power Up. In this episode, I'm doing Skyrim, the legendary special edition for the Xbox One. Yay! And in this end, this is the first time I'm doing it. I decided to bust out my 4K 60s Plus, which I have not been using for my captures for video, even for 1080p and otherwise. And I've been using this for 1440p streams as well. I know the 4K 60s Plus, people say, oh, it doesn't do 1440p. But I think because of how my internet is here, it's kind of a happy accident that it automatically just does 1440p, which is kind of cool. But anyway, I also have done 4K captures of my some games and other cool stuff. But anyway, yeah, this will be what I've been doing. This will be, for this episode, I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that, and I kind of took a more humorous take when I get to actually review. You know, everybody knows. Hopefully, when people who are reviewing this kind of amused to know what Skyrim is, because I think everybody and their brother and their whatever knows what it is by now. But I thought I'd just do a little thing on it because I was bored. I thought, I'll do. But then again, this is just my little test of my 4K thing and doing a higher and doing a game review with that. Oh, another thing to note too. Yeah, and this means me. I've been getting there's been a lot of mixed reviews of this device, but to me, I like it. It does what it needs to do, and it's cool. And just on a little note here, I guess this is why I left Twitch per se. There are things happening, and don't ask me. I'm not gonna say why, but yeah, this is why I prefer YouTube most notably because I've been here since 2006. So the reason I came to YouTube is I like doing stuff I like to do. So, but yeah, so I know nowadays, I did, last year I did a lot of streams, but I think this year, I think I'm gonna lessen those because that's to me, I do not care much for doing streams because they're okay, and they do what they need to do. But I live in a group home, and the past couple of years or so, there's been, I've had some really bad stuff happen here, which I will not get touch on here. But on my live streams, I've had stuff happen. And for those of you wondering, those streams are still there if you wanna look. But it's nothing too bad. But it'll make you like, oh wow, that happened. And so, but just so I just don't care much for it. Even when I move out of here, I think, I'm not a big stream guy. As you can tell, I carry myself in front of the camera really well. In fact, I was in a couple things, in my local news and on YouTube here in Record County. But for the most part, if you've come to my channel always expecting a live stream, please temper your expectations because you're going to be disappointed. To me, I stream what I want and I'll do stuff what I want because I don't consider this a full-time job. My job is an IT professional, which I love to do. All that I do here on YouTube is a hobby. Strict hobby. No money is made. I don't want to make any money, so don't ask me for a PayPal or whatever. This is just something I do for fun, and to me, I make enough at my job to afford all of this and this. Me personally, I don't need to do that because to me, I'm perfectly happy. Because to me, my job funds all of this because this is a hobby to me. Again, my personal opinion. So that's just my personal opinion. So those of you who use this as money for making that, cool, fun, awesome. But I thought I'd just put a little disclaimer in that case, and for those of you who want to watch other streamers, this is YouTube and Twitch and all that. You got all the other people to watch. So if you really want to talk to me, hell, then you get my phone number, I'll give you it, But then again, though, so I just don't want to. I kind of distance myself from people. I just gotta, I'd rather, But then again, I'd rather have people in real life, So anyway, So anyway, I just kind of stay. Myself, I'm kind of lessening my stuff on it just because I want to do edited stuff. That's what I like doing. Now, streams are not my forte. But anyway, here I am, as I'm stuttering a bit here, so I better just, but yeah, that I just wanted to let you all know, that's why you don't probably see me stream as much, because I just want to, I have a life I want to live outside of these apps, and this app I'm still on, so I just, I wish all, anyway, I hope you all are doing all right otherwise, but for the most part, I just want to live my life out there, not there too much. So this is a hobby for me, so respect that, and awesome. Anyway, with that said, let's get to the review of Skyrim. So let's go back to Skyrim, Tamriel, the Skyrim region, and do our stuff. Oh, and another thing, finally got my Switch projector. You've probably seen me post a little bit of that in the past too. I might do a review of this sometime, but who knows. Anyway, let's roll my credits again, and let's get to it. Skyrim came out, wow, a long time ago. I'm sorry, I know it came out a while ago, and it's been on a bazillion different consoles, and including PC, 1,000 different times. Anyway, sorry about the humor there, but it's been out for a while. And yes, I can see a little bit humorous more take on this. But anyway, we'll put some fact in there, because by now, hopefully, most of you will probably know what Skyrim is, or maybe played it or seen it, but also keep this little fact based. So basically, a little bit more. Basically, I think this is the fifth installment, because of this Rules 5. It's awesome open world gameplay, and it's been really refined for this fifth game. And I remember when this first came out, how it was pretty cool how people were like, oh, if you see a mountain, you can climb it. You see this, you can do that. And for the most part, it's pretty much right. Because if you see something in the distance that it's part of the game world, you can go to it and explore it, see if there's landmarks around it, and just have some fun with it. And it's pretty cool how even years later, years after its release, people are still playing this. And I think they even make mods for it, they make stuff for it. It's really cool. Anyway, the game after you choose your character, which is pretty cool, because it's one of those games that started one of the memes where you see where oh, well, for FPS, half an hour, 7 hours later, oh, I beat the game. Whereas for the meme goes for an RPG, 7 hours later, oh, now I can play the game. Oh, cool, now I can play the game now. I beat my character. Well, so that's cool too. It's pretty, even so for a game made, I think in the mid 2000s. I think it came out in 2012 or something. But I know it came out. Yeah, it came out. I don't know. And it came out 2010, I think, or something like that. Because I was laid off from work. I think it was 2009, 2010. Because 2009 or so, I was unemployed for a while. And I think it came out around then. And I know I usually give some kind of exact date. But this time I'm just make it be more a little bit humorous, a little bit more casual, but still a little bit more fact based. This is informational as I try to make it be. So in doing so, you're the Dragonborn. So you find out you have the power of the voice, which means apparently using your voice you can do awesome shit. Yep, you shout and do what I call a shout voice push. Where you shout and you bowl enemies over. But you can use a shout speed, where a shout run or something, where you use your voice to do a momentary burst of energy, burst of speed toward somewhere. A little burst of like a speed boost. If you want, you move, you go whoop. So that's cool. How about other things? I know there's other powers, shout powers like freeze some things and slow time, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But to enable them, you need dragon souls or dragon spirits, and around the world, there's dragons to be fought. So you fight the dragons, you get besides some some loot like dragon bones or some dragon bones and maybe some cash because I swear that somehow they got cash in their stomach or something. So they like eating money too or something. Who knows? Anyway, after you do that, you get some, and that's you get a dragon soul or dragon spirit. I think it's a dragon soul, and you can use that dragon soul to, if you get enough of them, you can upgrade your shouts. Or you add shouts to your arsenal, and you can equip them as needed. So that's cool too. And of course, this game has a massive skill tree. It's kind of cool, or skill constellation, where after you level up, you can choose to upgrade stamina, or I should say health, strength. No, yeah, health, stamina, and magicka. Magicka being your magic abilities, health being so you don't die, and stamina, which also determines your strength, which is how much crap you can carry before you have to use a follower or find a place where you can stash it and not get your stuff stolen. So yeah, and I know in the game there is also in this game, and I know in the previous game Oblivion, you had signs, I guess, like signs of like constellations, but in this game there's like monoliths, I think, where they act as their signs. And it's cool that if you find one of these, you can continue them just by they enable, which is kind of cool. And also in this game, I know in the previous game, the Fighters Guild, Magus Guild, and Thieves Guild, I think, are known as something different. They're not known as those three, they're known as something different. I know for me, I mainly do the College of Winterhold, which is basically the Magus Guild. And I know there's another building like in, let's see here, Whiterun. Forget what it's called. I know I haven't played that quest line every time one of the Fighters Guild too much. That's pretty cool. I've only played a little bit of it. I haven't really finished it. But I know if you do like the College of Winterhold because I like using magic because I can like healing and all that. It's good stuff. And anyway, that for the sorry, I'm kind of going a long way around here. But for the perk constellations, every time you level up, you get a perk point, which you can use right then or get for later, whenever you see fit. And so these constellations have all these stats, have these skills you can upgrade, like two-handed proficiency, one-handed weapon proficiency, speech, alchemy, where you mix herbs and stuff to make potions that can restore health or damage your enemies. That's cool. And about other things. So it's cool that you can unlock these certain perks, and some of these can be upgraded multiple times, which is kind of neat. Like you can upgrade, do more damage, like the first perk is like do this much more damage. You can keep upgrading it, and you can upgrading that same perk to get more and more damage off of the same perk. So so eventually you'll become pretty much a badass, which is pretty cool, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, there's still a lot of stuff to do in this game, like way more than enough. So this game can keep you busy, even now. In fact, to this day, I see a lot of, even though I'm not on Twitch anymore, sometimes I pass by there and I see a lot of Twitch streamers play this game. I see a couple YouTubers play it too, but it's not bad. It's pretty good stuff. But yeah, it's a fun game. I really enjoy it, and I think I myself have this on the PS4, PS3, and the Switch. And here for the PS4, I captured this in 4K. So hopefully for those of you who have 4K, the displays, hopefully this does not count bad. So yay! If not, yay! Transcoding from YouTube. Yay! So anyway, yeah. And at this point, for those of you, this is a game that has been out for a while. But for those of you who haven't played it yet, that's what it is. It's a really cool open world game. So I bought my little phone on there. But yeah, it's a really cool open world game. So if you like stuff like open world stuffy stuff, this game is pretty awesome too. If you haven't played it already, it's good stuff. So yeah, and as you know, that's pretty much the gist of it. And I know for the PS4 and Xbox One versions, they've added the DLC that came out for it. I think there was like Dragonborn. There's two other ones I can't really think of at the moment. Give me just a second to think. Oh, here we go. I figured it out. Let's see. I know there's Dawn Guard, which I think is like the vampire one, where if you do that, you basically make it endless night because you end up being a vampire if you do it that way. And that's cool. That's a cool way to play the game. There's Dragonborn, which I think we can ride dragons if you do that quest right. And finally, Hearthfire, which actually introduced the producing of houses and residences. Where basically every hold, you basically almost every hold has a property you can purchase and furnish and all that kind of stuff. So that adds another dimension as well. And as well, you can have kids, you can adopt kids and get married, and I think you can get married, but I know you can have kids and you can buy them presents and stuff, and that's cool too. But yeah, so it added a lot of stuff to Skyrim since its first release. So it's pretty cool. So you got a lot to keep you busy. If those of you who haven't yet played it, yeah, this game will keep you busy for a while. And I remember when I first heard this release, one of my friends back in the day, back when my game store was still around here in South St. Paul, my friends, my owners who are still good friends of mine, I remember them telling somebody, yeah, you'll be busy for a while. Like this game basically can go on forever. So yeah, it can if you wanted to, but it does have an ending. But there's so much stuff to do, it really extends that gameplay, which is pretty cool. And I know for the PC versions, like on Steam or something, they've added like graphical effects, like ray tracing, more voluminous light effects, and other cool things. So yeah, they've added a lot of cool things. So anyway, if you like games like this and you get to play this, this game is pretty cool. Give it a shot. I highly wrote it. That my recommendation is highly recommended because this is a fun open world game, and it's still available on many different platforms, including the aforementioned Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and so I think and plus for this playthrough, I used my Xbox One copy on my Xbox Series X in 4K. And hopefully this is an HDR, but if not, it's still in 4K. So hopefully this looks nice and peachy. So anyway, yeah, so totally give this game a shot. It was worth my time. Well, I bought it on a lot of different platforms, so hopefully, if you like this kind of stuff, go for it. And have fun with dragons and doing stuff. And of course, this is my, if you live in or around the Minnesota or Hastings or Minneapolis area, please make sure to visit my good friends at Level Up Games. Even though their address and stuff is, you'll see them kind of revolve around here a bit, both locations. And at this point, as I mentioned at the beginning of my video, all I basically have is my website, and I'm perfectly okay, and I'm perfectly okay with that. So that's the only promotion of my stuff you're gonna see from me. So that stuff's down below, as it always has been when I have it. Anyway, with that said, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for whatever I do next. Happy gaming, and the amazing, awesome time. And as I've been saying a little bit, I might as well continue this whole thing. If you've been, I appreciate you watching me, and I appreciate for those of you who are watching me and for welcoming me onto your screens, no matter how big or small. I wish you have an amazing night, a most pleasant tomorrow, if you're watching this at night or whatever. And I wish you I wish you to be kind to one another and have an amazing rest of your day or night. Take care, everybody.